Hi Eric, here we go. Left side we have the game tests, right side we have the bowling game. We should probably call it that, bowling game. Bowling game tests, okie dokes. So bowling game, need a way to roll some pins, and we need a way to get the score. Alright, so first test. Let's test, got a game. We need a new bowling game, and we gotta roll 20 times. Zero pins. Finally, we assert that our score is 0. Nice, so that failed, of course. We change that. Easy. Next one. We're gonna test all ones. So we need another game. And we're gonna roll again 20 times. This time 1 pin each time. So when we assert, we should have a score of 20. Run the tests, and we're failing one of them. That's because we're not doing anything. So at least let's keep track of the score here. Alright, and here we're gonna return we're gonna return the score. Good, so now we're passing both tests. Let's clean this one up over here. Make that a member and initialize it before each test, so that we get a fresh game each time we get a fresh game each time we want to test something. Alright, let's see if that broke anything. Nope, still passing. Other thing, should probably clean this up over here, because we're doing it in two places. What are we doing? We're rolling 20 times, and each time we are knocking down 0 pins. Number of rolls, pins per roll. Let's see if that fixed that. Good. So now we can get this guy out of here, like that. Take him downstairs, right there. And then put this stuff over here. See if that didn't break anything. Okay, we're still good. So here we're doing the same thing, except we are rolling 21s. Alright, still passing. Next test will be test 1 spare. So we gotta roll the spare. There's the spare. Now we gotta roll the bonus after the spare. And now let's finish the game up. We gotta roll. We rolled 1.5, so that is 8.5 frames. That's 17 rolls. Okay. Oops. And now we should have a score of 5 plus 5, 10, 13, bonus 16. Okay, let's run that. Oh, builders, semicolon. Alright, so we are failing the test 1 spare test. Now, time to restructure here a little bit. Roll shouldn't really be doing score calculation. It should be rolling. Let's keep track of all those rolls. 21 maximum rolls per game. That's if you had a spare on all of them. And then the last frame, you'll get an extra roll at the very end, so it's 21. And now here we gotta keep track of the rolls also and roll so roles, current role. Alright, let's see if that didn't break anything. It shouldn't have. We're failing the one spare. Okay, so we were failing that before. Then let's get rid of this guy, and then here we just go through all of the rows and add up the score. Why won't it let me do that? What? Oh, I gotcha. Alright. So we're still failing the one spare, which is what we had before. Other thing, this should probably not be here. Let's do rows dot length. Great. Okay. So that's better. Now we gotta take care of the scenario when we have a spare. So how do we check for a spare? Right, well, first thing, it's gonna get complicated if we iterate through the rows. It would be much better if we just iterate through frames. And now there is 10 frames in a game, and then we'll keep track of the frame index. So we can do something like this. Rows, frame index. That's the current row plus the next row. Give us 10 pins. That means we've got a spare. Score 10 for the spare plus the bonus of the after the spare. So after the spare, the frame index is +2. Right, and we've used up 2 rows for this spare, so let's increment this by 2. Otherwise, if we're not doing a spare, our score is just going to be the current row plus the next row, frame index +1. Alright, and we used up two rows for this frame, so let's increment by 2. Now we run all the tests. Very good, all of them passing. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. This is kind of, let's tell people what we're doing is spare. Alright, a bit better. Passing. And then over here we could do this, take us out of here, roll spare, because that's what we're doing. Retest. Great. Alright, fourth test. No. Test. Okay. Test 1 strike. So let's go ahead and roll the strike. Let's roll the 2 bonus points after that. And then that takes care of 2 frames, 8 more frames to go. That's 16 rolls, 0 pins per roll. So what our score should be is 10 plus bonus 7 plus 7 from second frame is 24. Okay, let's see, build errors, okay, whoops. Okay, so now we're failing the strike test. So let's go back here. We gotta take care of something strike. Otherwise we check for a spare, otherwise we do regular. So how do we know if it's a strike? It's a strike if the current roll is 10. And if the current roll is 10, then our score goes up by 10, plus it goes up by the next 2 rows. So the next row is going to be that one, and the one after that is going to be, the one after that is going to be frame index +2. And for a strike, we only use up 1 roll for the frame, so we move up by 1, not 2. Okay, I think that should take care of it. Let's run the tests. Alright, passing. So let's clean this up now a little bit. What are we doing? We are testing for strike. Let's get rid of that. This stuff over here we could do, call that a strike bonus. Frame index. Okay. Let's define that. Oh. Okay, that was a doorbell. I had to get that. But anyway, where are we? Strike bonus, and we define that here. Boom. Let's rerun the tests. Okie dokes, and the same thing here. We'll call that the spare bonus for this roll. Okay, return this, run the tests, and we are still good. Nice. Okay, so now clean up over here, get this out of here, roll, strike. Okay, and looking good. Final test, test number 5. We're gonna test a perfect game. Test perfect game. So we're gonna roll 10 frames. 10th frame gets 2 bonus rolls, so we need 12 rolls, 10 pins in a roll. And then perfect game is equal to 300. Like the movie. Let's see if that works. Alright, looks good. 5 tests, all of them passed, all of them have an assert. One thing you told me to put constants for 10 and 2. No, 10, I wasn't sure what you meant. It could be 10 pins, or it could be 10 frames. I'll do both of them. Hold on, let's see. Constant, frames per game. 10. That's being used here. The other thing is pins per frame, also 10, and we're using that here. 10 pins and a spare, 10 pins to test for strike, and 10 pins to test for spare. Alright, so let's just rerun the tests. We are still passing. And then you said for 2, I'm not sure how. Okay, let's call it max rolls per frame. How about that? We could change it later. Alright, so on a spare we're using 2 rolls, so we're gonna use that here. And on a frame where we don't have a strike and low frame, we also get 2 rolls. I'm not sure if it makes sense to add it here. I guess I'll talk to you about that one. Okay? Yeah, so that's it.